Hi, this is William from Great Affordable Watches, and in this video I'm going to review the Pagani Design Pepsi GMT. I will go through the specifications and what I think of the watch and if you should buy one. First of all, this is not a watch for everybody. Some people don't like that this watch is heavily inspired by the Rolex GMT Master 2 with the Pepsi bezel. I would call it a homage, but some will call it a copy. I don't personally have anything against a homage watch, as long as it offers good value for money. But before we get into the review, let's start with the specifications first. The watch is 40 millimeters in diameter and around 42.5 if you include the crown guards. The lug-to-lug length is 48 millimeters. It is around 12.8 millimeters thick and the lug width is 20 millimeters. It got a sapphire crystal, a water resistance rating of 100 meters, and the Pearl DG5833 GMT movement. And of course, this is a Chinese-made movement. And this version that I got the Jubilee bracelet with solid end links, and it's priced at around $100. The bezel insert on the Pepsi version is aluminum, and on the Batman it is ceramic. And this is not entirely clear on the seller's page on AliExpress, so you should keep this in mind if you're looking for a Pepsi GMT with a ceramic bezel. I think it should be a bit more clear that the Pepsi version got an aluminum insert and not ceramic, and I've seen quite a bit of confusion regarding this topic. But from my understanding, it is very difficult to produce a one-piece ceramic bezel in blue and red. And this is because you have to heat the ceramic to a specific temperature to achieve the desired color. And the temperature difference needed for blue and red color is quite large. So this makes the manufacturing process difficult and of course expensive. So to expect a watch with a ceramic Pepsi bezel at this price point is perhaps not reasonable right now. But perhaps in the future we will see cheaper watches with a blue and red ceramic bezel insert. And if the seller was a bit more clear about this, I have absolutely no complaints about it. So if you want a watch with a ceramic Pepsi bezel insert, you have to pay a bit more. Chronos and San Martin both have watches with a ceramic insert for around $400 US. And my personal pick would be the Chronos GMT over the San Martin GMT, but I've not tried them out personally, so don't take my word for it. Also, Steinhardt and Squale offers watches with a Pepsi ceramic insert for a bit more than the Chronos and San Martin, but then of course you get an ETA or Sellita SW movement instead of a Chinese GMT movement in the Chronos and San Martin. But back to the Pagani. And for the money, I think this watch offers a lot of value. And it got a pretty nice black dial with applied indices, a red GMT seconds hand and Mercedes style hands. And this version doesn't have the Explorer under the logo, which I think is definitely a good thing. The same can be said for the case. It got good finishing for the money with decent brushing on the lugs and polished sides. It got a signed screw down crown with smooth winding, and the bezel is also well made with cutout markings. And the bezel insert actually feels really solid. And it lines up nicely at 12 o'clock. And the same can be said about the Jubilee bracelet. It's actually quite nice and feels very solid overall. It got solid end links and a decent clasp. It is not milled, but it still feels fairly solid. And as a fan of a Jubilee bracelet, I definitely like the bracelet on this one. Even though I think the finish and quality on the watch in general is good for the money, thanks to the aluminum insert, the watch doesn't have that GMT Master 2 look, unfortunately. So if you see that glossy finish on the bezel insert, this watch doesn't have that look. The aluminum insert is more matte and deep in color on this watch. But that's not to say the insert is not good looking, because it is, it just looks different. And the movement in this watch is the Pearl DG5833 GMT. And it's an automatic GMT movement, and I've heard both good and bad things about it. For most people it's a decent movement, but I've heard that they have failed for some. This is not an ETA clone like in the San Martin or the Chronos, which is often regarded as a higher quality movement than this one. But so far I have had no issues with it, but that's something to keep in mind, that there have been reports that people have had the movement fail. So all in all, I think this watch offers good value for your money. And if you want a Pepsi GMT and you're on a budget or want a cheap but good looking beater, I can definitely recommend this watch. But if you want something more reliable in the same price range, you can always get a Seiko SNK 809 or something similar. But of course, it doesn't have this GMT look. So that's all for this review, and do let me know if you want to see more affordable watches like this in the future, and if you want me to take a look at some more alternatives to the GMT Master 2. Let me know down in the comment section. And before I end this video, I was thinking about introducing a scoring system for my reviews, as I have always thought it's funny to see the score at the end of a review. So this is the first watch I will put a score on, and let me know if this is something you would like to see make its return in the upcoming videos as well. I will include an explanation and a spreadsheet with all my reviews down in the comment section. And the score of this watch is a total of 46, and you can see the individual score on the screen right now. And if you go to my spreadsheet, you can see the score of more watches. So this is all for today, and if you like this video, leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thanks for watching, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye.